is a beautiful, if not windy, day here in Tombstone. The temperature under 90, not too bad today. Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to Desert Sky Adventures. This is your Desert Sky Daily for Monday, August 14th, 2023. And today I'm here in Tombstone on Toughnut Street. The street might not be as popular as Allen Street, but there's still a lot of really cool historic things that you can see on Toughnut Street, which is just one street over from Allen Street. So today I'm going to take a walk down Toughnut and show you what there is to see here on this historic street here in Tombstone. I'm inviting you guys to come along with me. We're starting off today near 6th and Toughnut Street, right behind the Birdcage Theater. And all the way down at the end, almost down at the end of Toughnut Street, is the Outlaw Zip Line way back there in the distance. But over here, around the corner from the Birdcage, is Toughnut Street. And if you start from the Birdcage and head up Toughnut, the first thing you come to, as soon as these cars get out of the way, is the old Tombstone Firehouse, engine company number 1. In fact, I believe there is a historical marker over here telling us a little bit more about this building. This building completed in 1881. Still here to this day. And it sounds like there's a pretty good amount of people inside. This building is now the Tombstone Senior Center, so there are activities and things going on here all the time, and I don't want to go in there and bother them, but I have been inside this building before. It's got really cool hardwood floors, almost like a basketball court. They're like polished hardwood, and I believe I was told that those are the original floors from this building's construction in 1881. On to the corner of 5th and Toughnut. There's still a sign here: West Gunfight Shows Daily. For a while there, I wasn't really clear on why this sign was here, but some of the locals have been here for a while, filled me in. And I guess there used to be a restaurant right here, kind of similar to the Crystal Palace, except they did gunfight shows and stuff like that. And apparently, that location burned down quite some time ago. But the sign is still here. Right across from there, and at the end of 5th Street, you have the entrance to the Goodenough Mine. Also, the Toughnut Mine is down there as well. They're both very interesting. And, I would recommend them as must-dos if you come to Tombstone. Something you definitely don't want to miss. This is a location that I've shown in many videos. We've gone in the mines a couple times. We've got videos on that. But definitely something you want to check out if you come to Tombstone. Right here at the end of 5th Street, right across from Toughnut. Kind of kitty corner to the mines, you've got the Russ House over here, which today it's kind of a hotel, motel type of thing. This building was built in 1880, partially burned down, but rebuilt. And today it is on the Register of Historic Places. That is the Russ House here in Tombstone, on the corner of 5th and Toughnut. Now we'll continue our way down the road. As we continue down Toughnut Street, the next thing you're going to come to This building is labeled Southern Pacific Railroad Depot. And at one time, that's what it was. But today, it is the Tombstone Library. Still a historic building. But no longer a train station. There is still sitting right here a Southern Pacific caboose from the early 1940s. On certain days, this caboose is open and you can walk through it. It's in pretty good shape. You can also hear there's a gunfight show going on at the old Tombstone Western theme park. But the door is closed, so it appears today is not one of the days that this rail car is open to the public. Directly across from the old Tombstone Western town is the building that houses the world's largest rose tree. And it's a $5 admission to get into that building and check out that museum. On the corner of 4th Street and Toughnut, you've got the old Tombstone Western town over here. This is another location that we've shown many times here on the channel. But they do have a cantina in there, mini golf, shooting gallery, gunfight show. All kinds of cool stuff right back over there. And before you get into the old Tombstone Western theme park, you will see the Gunfighter Hall of Fame and Museum, which is closed today. This is a tourist town, so a lot of businesses take Monday and Tuesday as their weekend. But this is an amazing museum. I can't recommend it enough. If you come down here, you definitely want to check out the Gunfighter Hall of Fame and Museum. They have some amazing things inside there. Continuing down Toughnut from 4th Street, we pass a few historic houses. Not quite sure if these houses are from the 1800s, but they are pretty old. I know some of them are. Some of them have historic designations. We'll see a few of those along the way today. Some very unique old houses in this part of town. They definitely have character. I've always enjoyed this one here. I'm not sure where all this stuff came from, but it's really cool. And I'm pretty sure this stuff here is authentic. Looks to be pretty old. But yeah, somebody has quite a nice collection in front of their house here. Just right down from the courthouse, right there on the corner. Now this over here is another historic house. I've had people tell me that those little glass squares you see there are the original glass from the 1800s. I don't know if that is true. That's what I heard. But this house, if I can zoom in on it here. Allen English House, National Register of Historic Places. Obviously it's been redone and kept up a little bit. This is one of the older houses still standing here in Tombstone. They even have a sign telling you all about it. Pause it if you want to read that. But Allen English home built in 1882. Still here. Somebody lives in it. That'd be pretty cool, huh? Tombstone Courthouse, another building we have visited very frequently. As frequently as yesterday, as a matter of fact. Jennifer and I went in there. If you want to see that, go back and check out yesterday's video, but we've been in there many times. Historic building, of course, just like all the others. Construction started in 1882. They opened it in 1883. Despite what the numbers up there say. That's the year they started building it. Opened in 83. Directly across the street, I think I might have showed this before in a prior video. This building was lawyer offices in the 1900s. Converted to apartments in 1929. Directly across from the courthouse. Makes perfect sense. You got offices for all the city folks inside the courthouse, but I guess some of the lawyers spent their time in here. right next to the Tombstone Courthouse Museum. They have this little shelter over here, and inside it is the kiln that they actually used to make all these bricks. They made all these bricks on site. And this was the kiln they used to do it with, still here. Pretty amazing to think about how old this thing is. But yeah, all the bricks used for the Tombstone Courthouse made right here on site. Most likely in this kiln. I'm not sure if there was more than one, but this was definitely one of the ones they used here. From the courthouse, we continue on our journey through this historic neighborhood on Toughnut Street in Tombstone. This building here I just recently noticed, but the sign there says it was the home of the first and only woman mayor, Marge Colvin, 1921 to 2002. It also says in October 1881, this was Dunbar's Corral. Part owner was Johnny Behan. I think they meant Behan, but you get the idea. Got some great old houses in this neighborhood. And here on the corner of 2nd and Toughnut, we have another historical marker next to this house. But this was I believe we've shown this before a couple times, but this was the lynching location of a fellow named John Heath, who was found to be the ringleader of the Bisbee robbery. In fact, that post right there is the same one they hung him off of, I should say, back in 1884. Right there on that corner is where that historic photo was taken. And just a quick recap, but he was in jail over here at the Tombstone Courthouse. The angry citizens of Bisbee came up here, they broke him out of the courthouse, overpowered the marshal, brought him down here and hung him on this pole. They determined that life in prison was not good enough for him. They were going to take care of it the old-fashioned way. One of the last points of interest on Toughnut Street before you just go off into more neighborhood down there is the Tombstone Brewing Company. It's a very popular place among locals and tourists alike. They oftentimes have live bands playing out here on the patio. And it's a fun place to grab a drink. Let's take a look inside. Got kind of a fun atmosphere in here. People always come in, grab a drink. They got a nice bar over there. I like the rustic decor. And again, the back patio on nice days. They'll have bands playing back there. This place will be packed. But not so much today. Alright guys, well, that's gonna wrap it up for today. Our short little walk down Toughnut Street, but I hope you enjoyed it. This is a street that many people sometimes don't stop and see. They go over to Allen Street, and there's more to Tombstone than just Allen Street. So remember that if you come to town. But that'll be it for today, folks. I do appreciate you joining me. No vlog tomorrow. I'm going to be tied up with some commercial filming, but we will be back on Wednesday with a new video for you. So until then, thank you for watching. And until next time, until the next video, see you down the road.